everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the topic that is classification with OpenAI API. However, in our previous video, we have discussed about this topic and have seen the problem statement that how we can classify a text of words into edible or not edible using the text DAVINCI model. So in this video, I would like to continue in the topic. So in the last video, if you remember, I have shown you how you can just train the model. So today we will be seeing whether the model has been trained or not and how you can test your results. So let us dive deep into the video. Before going that, I would like to request to the new watchers to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. And also please tap the bell icon for latest notifications. I would like to thank to all my subscribers who have already subscribed to my YouTube channel. Now let us dive deep into the video. So if you remember, this is the last code that we have discussed in the last video. So we have just seen whether the model is running or not. So we have got the output that it is running. So now we will see whether the model has trained or not with the help of this code. So in Python, we have a package called Signal, and we are using this Signal package for seeing the entire details of the model that we have trained. So we have defined a function called signal handler, and we have two params, that is sig and free. So we have a variable called status to see whether this we are defining a variable called status by using a method called jobs.retrieve of job id.status, and you're just printing that, and you're just using the job id and also using this sign int as well as signal handler which we have defined here. And then you're just listing the events with the help of job ID. And then you're just printing the timestamp at which particular time the particular event occurs. So these are the series of events that have been training during this period. So streaming events for the fine-tuning job, and this is your ID, and the job has successfully completed. So this is the fine-tune model, and this is your model, and this is the approaches that it has been trained, and this is the loss. Okay, and finally you have seen that the tuning job has been created and the validation is done, and you have just created your fine-tuning job. So this is the entire code that it will help you to see whether your model is running or not, whether your model is finished and when it is created, and all the details about your model. Now let us retrieve the fine-tune model. So whenever you have trained a particular model, it is very important to see the details of that particular model. However, if you have trained 2 to 3 models by using 3 different LLMs, like one is using text DaVinci, one is GPT 3.5 Turbo, and one is GPT-4, then it is very important to identify those models uniquely. So for this, we have to see this particular code. So I'm using the job ID, and then I'm using a function called .retrieve method with the help of the job ID, which is a unique identifier for our job, and then I'm printing the response in the form of dictionary. So if you observe, this is the entire output that we have got after running this code, and the ID is here and it is created at, and the error is none, and the fine-tune model, which is the text DaVinci model, and the finishing time as well as the hyperparameters, the model, the object, the organization ID, the resultant file, the status as well as the tokens, as well as the entire file name. And then we are just printing the fine-tune model, and we have got the model name. So this is the entire code that it will help you to retrieve your fine-tune model. The next thing is you're testing your fine-tune model on a new prompt. So why this thing? Because if you give a prompt to the model will understand the particular thing and it will check the results. So for this, we are using this particular text. So def get underscore class of completion text, and if completion text is equal to edible, so label equal to edible, and elif completion text is equal to in, label equal to inedible, else label equal to other. So this function will help you to get the results. So you're just calling this particular function by giving a new prompt, and table hyphen is an input, and you're just using this the good old method which we have seen so many videos in our videos, that is completion.create method with the parameters of model, prompt, and the temperature and max tokens. I have already discussed about the parameters, temperature, and max tokens in our last video. So please go and check it that if you have any doubt, and then come here. So once you're done defining this particular method, you are just using this response by using choices of 0.text, and then you're printing your completion text, and you're just calling that particular method. So this is the way you can test your results. And once, like, I have just called the same thing by using two different inputs, that is tomato as well as steak. So in this way you can just test a particular model with the help of OpenAI API. So I'm just I'm just testing the model by using some additional data. So what I have done is I have taken a JSON file which is having all the inputs. So that is, I have made this file with some inputs, and I have gave this file to my model which I have trained. That is, this is a file that is big training data classification.json, and then I have just defined a method by using some random integer, and then I have just see for every input in my file I have created an output file for writing each and every output for that input. That means, like, whatever the input file that I have given, so for each and every word in that particular input file, I have been getting the response using our fine-tuning model by creating an output file. So that is the way. So this is, and I'm finally saving the file ID, and I have got this particular response. So in this way you can test a particular a set of words, either edible or not, using OpenAI API. So this is the entire thing, and I'm just printing the response. So I'm just getting the response of my response file and the entire thing. So and of course I have tested with some more examples, and this is the same model which we have discussed above. The only thing is I have taken some random text and have seen how it is working. So in this way you can test a particular fine-tuning model for your own use case. So the use case here is you have just taken a set of words in the form of JSON file, and you want to classify that particular word either edible or not edible. So this is the use case that we have seen in this video. So the only thing that you have to remember is, first you have to use the OpenAI API, and especially the methods and the packages. And with the help of all these things and why we are using the particular package, you can easily do all these kind of stuff using LLMs. I hope you understand what we discussed in this video, and if you have any doubts, please comment me in the comment section. So I'm open to your doubts, and definitely we will discuss more topics related to LLM. Okay, so those who did not watch the previous week video, please go and watch that and come to here, because this is a continuation video of the previous video, and it is very helpful for you to get to gather the entire topic. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you.